just heard this man say, God is love. And I'm like, what kind of statement is that when you have a God that is love, but also exterminated with thousands of people during the flood, and then told his friend, King Saul, to kill all the people, even the animals. And also this God that is love supposedly sent his only begotten son to be tortured and die on the cross for people that was eventually going to sin again and again and again and die, so that their sins can be forgiven. Come on, make it make sense. This God that is love have lingered for centuries, looking at people be raped, murdered, mutated, tortured, go through countless painful days. Is that why man's love is so profound, that they can literally say I love you while they stabbing you? Is that where they get it from? I know I just made a statement about the complexity of the revelation of this powerful entity that has made everything we see and do possible. And I'm not gonna talk too much of it because it makes my head want to explode, but I try to put it in human form words. You're talking about an entity that knows everything, sees everything, made everything. It is the source of life, and we're gonna try to explain it and put it in a book. And I'm gonna say why people fell for it, because I fell for it. Because you have somebody that speaks with authority, and that could count to 20, 30 scriptures and explain to them, and with everything that you know and what you have been through and have seen. And everybody's searching for the truth, searching for something subtle, something that they could count on, something that they could believe in, something that could carry them through this world and out this world, something that you can look forward to. And they pick on all of those you categories, and then when they try to explain why you're suffering, why you can live your life with the knowledge that will give you everlasting life. Oh, that did it, everlasting life. I learned this, and I read this, and I believe in this. I can have everlasting life. That's all it takes, and they can only do that through fresh minds that has not been educated and never been told the truth. You have been raised to believe in Easter. You have been raised to believe in Christmas. You have believed in Jesus, John, Jacob, the whole 9 yards. You have seen people praising God, worshiping God, getting baptized, going to heaven, and see your brain has already been saturated in all of this mush. And then you get somebody come along and tell you all these things that you're trying to find the answers to. So there you go. That's why you become Jehovah's Witness and these Israelites of God and the Israelite of Jesus and all these other breakaway religions. And then you have these Jews that don't believe the Messiah has came yet. And then you have the baptism, the Catholics. So this is something that these people are really holding on to, because if you look at it, what sense does it make the all-powerful? They made all of this that make your head want to explode. Try to explain it in real terms. Gonna need people like these that say God is love, but then we'll torture you, millage you, burn you at the stake, kill other people with Star Wars. Don't forget the Crusades, the Muslims against the Christians, and they all fight to represent God on earth. Make it make sense, that's what you do, because a lot of us is tired of living in your mystical world, where you come up with all these monsters and demons and devils and all these enemies that you have to run from. Well, really, in actuality, we are only enemies to ourselves. Why we just can't raise our children to love one another? Oh, we can't do that because hatred is taught you. Bring back wisdom and let the power of love rule the world. Every day is brand new. After good sleep, you are regenerated and reblemished. Our thoughts remember is in the past. we must keep things in the past. Go forward. When we wake up, we're brand new. Getting up at first dawn or at dawn. Make affirmations, commitments to yourself. Make plans for the day. Gaze at the sky, reflect on the sunrise. Feel empathy for loved ones who don't know what love is and know what family is. For example, sister felt anxiety because mom doesn't come visit or show any concern or express that feeling of love. She feels betrayed by the person that should be there, lay the path for a successful life. And that mother betrayed both of us. She told the most disliked in the family, and thus it got back to her. And then she felt betrayed and expressed much dissatisfaction. But instead of reflecting and ratifying the issue, she made it worse. No accountability and no concern. Instead of the mother reflecting on her actions and try to make changes to make things better, she attacked the person. Now why would you do that, huh? This is a real life scenario. My sister told me that she felt sad and that mom never comes to visit her. Well, mom never come to visit me either, but she said that to me, and I expressed that to our mother. And then my mother goes around in turn and tells the other sister that we all do not like what I said. And then it got back to the sister that said it, and she cussed me out. Come on, I didn't have no right to tell mom that. Why not? See, that's how we grow up. We grow up not having the ability to express ourselves, to show any kind of feelings. We weren't allowed to feel nothing, and that's how we are. To this day, we cannot talk to each other about feelings because the other person will get very upset. We have never been able to understand how to process uncomfortable abilities, facing truth, facing criticism, or just being able to say, why did you do that? For instance, I'm in my 50s, and my mother asked me, why was she moving back to Ohio? And my father interrupted abruptly and said, why is you asking her that she could do what she wanted to do? It was a simple question, and you know, we both shut down. Instead of my mother saying I get asked her what I wanna ask, that's my daughter. I wanna know why, or I couldn't even say, Ma, I'm leaving because I don't like it down here, because I don't have nobody. It's too hot, and I just feel like going back home, even though the family up there don't like me either. But we both shut down because that's how we grew up. We was not taught how to be brand new, and like I can see that around a lot of people. When you wake up the next day, you a whole new person. You have another chance to make things better. Don't worry about what you did yesterday. Continue your fight for what's right. Being brand new is being the best you can. Be accepting things as they are. Accepting family, accepting friends, accepting responsibility for your actions and thoughts. Believe it in yourself. Don't cry with spilled milk. Revise your approach to things and live. Sierra, what will be, will be. No matter what happened, be happy. Check your feelings. We're not taught how to check your feelings, especially in the home that you're not even allowed to have feelings. And take nothing personal is very important. And remember, it's a game that you're playing. Play the game to win. Teach your children how to know the game rules and how they cheat. See, we weren't taught that people cheat. We weren't taught that you can't believe everything you hear. We wasn't taught to seek the truth. And it's hard to do that when you grow up in a home that one person claimed to be a Baptist and the other one claimed to be a hustler. Remember to use your time wisely. We weren't taught that and learn from nature. We wasn't taught that and we weren't taught that. Some people don't deserve second chances, especially people who purposely attack your character and peacefulness. We weren't taught to know who your enemy is. You is being brand new is to stop listening to propaganda and to do your own research. Order local newspapers. Do the family sit down and read the newspaper together? No? Do they discuss the going on in the state they live in the city, in the neighborhood? No? Are we teaching our kids to vote and to learn their state constitution and the laws in the city? No. Are we teaching them to volunteer, to help others, to donate to charities, be a mentor, open savings account? No. Are we teaching them to follow a budget, how to pay bills on time, and how to acquire credit? Are we teaching our children to be smart? When you wake up, you're supposed to wake up smarter than you was when you went to sleep. How to stay safe, how to know when you see something, say something. It's terrible what we're doing to our children. So we really have to reclaim our culture and rely on our inventions and expose the liars that wanna emulate who they are. Be who you are. Be who you are.
And the Enough is Enough movement It's time for us to do our own investigation on why our young black men are killing these young black, successful, beautiful women. Women that are young, full of life, full of energy, doing great things, have a business, have children, have a home, building a solid foundation for the whole community. Someone that you can look up to. And these men, some of them are successful too. Why are they murdering these women sometimes at their place of business or their job or their school that they work at? We need to find out why this is going on. And we need to find out why these women are being involved with men like that. What is the cause? We need to go back to the beginning. Look at the family dynamics, the upbringing, the school. Is it a pattern? Is it something medical? Are they indoctrinating our children to be violent at a certain age? Because this is not normal and it's getting worse. And we need to step up and let these women know you can be violent too. We act like only white people are allowed to be violent. No, we're gonna be violent too. It must be more legless, handless men out here. Because if they threaten these women, us women, we need to take it serious and cut it off at the knees. Because we see now that these men don't care about going to jail or going to hell. They will kill you and your children and your family, and no telling who else they may kill. For some reason, these madmen are out for blood. They hate themselves in this world so much that they are willing to die and take you with them. Now I'm not saying that women don't kill men, abuse them too, because they do, but it's not that often. And it's usually because they grew up in an abusive home. So we need to stop this domestic violence in our homes. If you can't get along, just leave. And the same thing with this United States of chaos. It is becoming a domestic violent home. We need to start thinking about leaving this United States of chaos, because we see now that these Europeans, they can't let go. They are doing everything they can to stay in power. But as we could see through history, when it's time to go, it's time to go. And they're taking a lot of people down with them. A lot of people are losing their life, just like we have a lot of black children that are missing. We're not getting enough information. We're not gathering together to try to find these children. Just putting their name up and where they're missing from is not enough. We need to know more, and we need to have it more widely known worldwide. Because we can see now that these people don't care about kids, and they definitely don't care about our children. What we've been learning about this trafficking children, and also consuming children, and then a lot of history that has been covered up. The truth, we have to make our own history and persevere it. And the Enough is Enough movement. It's time for us to do our own investigation on why our young black men are killing these young black, successful, beautiful women. Women that are young, full of life, full of energy, doing great things, have a business, have children, have a home, building a solid foundation for the whole community. Someone that you can look up to. And these men, some of them are successful too. Why are they murdering these women sometimes at their place of business or their job or their school that they work at? We need to find out why this is going on. And we need to find out why these women are being involved with men like that. What is the cause? We need to go back to the beginning. Look at the family dynamics, the upbringing, the school. Is it a pattern? Is it something medical? Are they indoctrinating our children to be violent at a certain age? Because this is not normal and it's getting worse. And we need to step up and let these women know you can be violent too. We act like only white people are allowed to be violent. No, we're gonna be violent too. It must be more legless, handless men out here. Because if they threaten these women, us women, we need to take it serious and cut it off at the knees. Because we see now that these men don't care about going to jail or going to hell. They will kill you and your children and your family, and no telling who else they may kill. For some reason, these madmen are out for blood. They hate themselves in this world so much that they are willing to die and take you with them. Now I'm not saying that women don't kill men, abuse them too, because they do, but it's not that often. And it's usually because they grew up in an abusive home. So we need to stop this domestic violence in our homes. If you can't get along, just leave. And the same thing with this United States of chaos. It is becoming a domestic violent home. We need to start thinking about leaving this United States of chaos. Because we see now that these Europeans, they can't let go. They are doing everything they can to stay in power. But as we could see through history, when it's time to go, it's time to go. And they're taking a lot of people down with them. A lot of people are losing their life, just like we have a lot of black children that are missing. We're not getting enough information. We're not gathering together to try to find these children. Just putting their name up and where they're missing from is not enough. We need to know more, and we need to have it more widely known worldwide. Because we can see now that these people don't care about kids, and they definitely don't care about our children. What we've been learning about this trafficking children, and also consuming children, and then a lot of history that has been covered up. The truth, we have to make our own history and persevere it.
Don't understand these reporters that ask this president and his administration questions when we have to hear our lies. And when you are lied to over and over and over again, it messes with your psychic. You begin to doubt everything you hear. You cannot trust the people that you should trust. Now what I would like to hear them ask questions that he can't lie. Well, he can lie, but it won't matter. Ask him stupid questions, because you're gonna get a stupid answer anyway. Ask him what his favorite color is. What did he have for lunch? Do he like the weather? Ask him, do he miss his wife? Just ask some simple stuff, and we will really get a chance to hear the real Donnie. We need honesty, security, reliable men and women with empathy, strong ethics. We need leaders who set a good example in love, justice, treating everyone with humanity. Who can we count on, please? Great Spirit, help us through this drama, mystical time. Give us relief, bring back wisdom. Thank you forever. Education and civic literacy, ensure access to quality schooling, teach critical thinking, history of injustices and rights, economic empowerment, build wealth through job training, entrepreneurship, cooperative businesses, community investment, and affordable housing ownership. Political engagement, register voters, run for office, support advocacy groups, lobby for policy change, and participate in local governance. Legal protections and reform, pursue litigation, support public defenders, push for criminal justice, voting rights, and anti-discrimination reforms. Community institutions, create autonomous institutions. Schools that serve and protect the community, cultural preservation. Teach language, traditions, and collective history to strengthen identity and resilience. Mental health and social services, fund trauma-informed care, substance use programs, family support, and violence prevention initiatives. Strategic alliances, build multiracial coalitions and partnerships with NGOs, faith groups, businesses, and academia to amplify impact. Data and accountability, collect community data, monitor disparities, and hold institutions accountable with transparent metrics. Bring children together, let them learn from one another, share happiness and sadness. Let them be children together. Yeah. Have never had anyone who cared about me to the point that my needs and wants came first. Anytime. And I never expect that to happen, when nobody should ever expect that to happen all the time. But I have never had that happen, not one time. And now, none of my kids, they always did well. They did what made them feel good and look good for them. As I noticed that most people in my life, they did stuff that made themselves feel good or look good. And most of, if not all, my family has always judged me on merits. They never wanted to get to know me. None of them, they know enough. They already know me. They know that I've been poor, depending on social services, food stamps, welfare. They know I'm a whore, they know I'm a drunk, they know that. And that I am a big failure on everything you. When I decided to go to college online classes, I was asked, well, why are you doing that now? You know, I've never been encouraged to do anything that I wanted to do. And everything that I did want to do, they didn't want to get involved. I'm looked as useless, but she's mom, my mom who can help us when she can. And I could tell that they are not even remotely interested in knowing me, because they ask no questions about me or my family, or wanna see pictures, or wanna really hear my stories about my family or my past. And they will say stuff like they don't know my parents or my sisters, even though we stayed with my parents and we visited them, we ate dinner with them. I never did that too with my grandparents. I won't mention my parents' birthday. My parents never mentioned their parents' birthday. And they look at me like, which most people do. If they look at you like you don't have any friends, your family hates you, you know, they begin to wonder what's wrong with you. And they never sit down and wanna talk. They're not interested in nothing. I'm interested in everything we do. It's something that they wanna do, so that's just the way it is. And I'm not mad at it. I am not mad about it, because I know who I am now, and I have accepted my fate. And I know that it's too late to be a family with my family, because the hate is too deep and it's pointless. I don't know if I would ever know why they hate me. And just like my daughter, when I hear her say stuff like she was treated so bad, she come from a bad family and she is the way she is, or she will say stuff like, well, I'm sorry that you had a bad interaction with your granddaughter who is named after you, but maybe one day she will change. That's all she could say. And I'm like, here you is in your 50s, and you don't even speak to me or your sisters. You so what makes you think she's going to ever change? And the sad part about it is, if she was to pass away before me, I really don't think that we would be able to have a solemn conversation with one another. I don't think she would even say anything to me. But really, after our last interaction, I'm through with her. I really don't wanna say anything to her. I really don't even wanna see her, because anybody who will hate you for no reason will be happy to see you fall. We need strong families who protect one another, provide love, understanding, and comfort when no one else can. Let's work it out. Build multiracial friendships all around the world. We are humans, not robots.
Discover the power of being nosy and utilizing research to uncover the truth. In this video, we'll explore the importance of verifying information and separating facts from fiction. Learn how to develop a curious mindset, conduct effective research, and make informed decisions based on credible sources. By being nosy and seeking out facts, you'll become a more critical thinker and a more informed individual. Join us as we dive into the world of research and fact-finding, and learn how to be nosy in a way that benefits you and those around you. Whether you're a student, a professional, or simply a curious individual, this video is for anyone looking to improve their research skills and stay informed. So, let's get started and uncover the truth together.
Hello everyone. I'm just on here just trying out this new live stream here. We've been hearing a lot about that incident that happened in Texas. It is sad. It's sad, you know, and it's getting a lot of attention. But I want to know, where was all the attention?
Two teenage boys in Atlanta.
Police say Lamont Freeman and Jacody Davis, both just 13 years old, were shot overnight.
And
It happened at the West End Apartments in the
these
Oakland City neighborhood.
two
And
young boys
a third,
were shot and
12-year-old
killed.
child was also shot.
11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live outside Grady Hospital, downtown Atlanta,
Two
where the
13-year-olds
surviving victim is recovering
just
tonight.
died, killed.
Ron and
outside.
Jennifer, Jacody Davis's little brother
no outrage
DJ
in that.
was shot along
nobody in
with
front of
him
the
and Lamont.
microphone.
As you mentioned, DJ is here behind me
Yelling and
recovering
screaming
and fortunately
and,
expected to
You
pull
didn't see the
through.
new Black Panthers. At least I didn't.
A makeshift memorial sits against the bullet-riddled
think our,
stairwell where Jacody Davis and his best
focus
friend
is
Lamont
really on the
Freeman
wrong
were
thing.
shot.
Not doing
That's just
nothing
my opinion.
wrong for this to happen to them.
A memorial instead of what should.
It's just bad that had to happen to two teenagers. And I really don't think that color had anything to do with it. I think the way our kids are being brought up, that their solution to everything is violence. And I'm going to say this. You're living in a racist country, and you're in one of the racist states, the racist city, and the most racist county, and you're not thinking. You're 17. You should know that this would be a wrong idea to go mess with these people. I've never heard of anybody going and sit at somebody, another team's area. I've never heard of that. And I've been to plenty of games, enough to know that that does not happen. And but see, when we kill each other, it's no big deal. But when you have a white and black incident, it's just blown out of proportion. Because you know why? It makes money. It get headlines. It just makes people, it feeds their anxiety, and it gives them a good reason to go drink and get high and do something. But see, we need to learn how to pick our own fights. Young and old, why are we not fighting the system? Instead of most of us is fighting to be in the system, which is stupid. When are we going to stop being stupid? Like I
Would
always
have been a birthday celebration for Lamont. He didn't make
Don't
it,
get
but
woke,
an hour
get
into
smart.
his 13th birthday, Jacody killed just 4 days after turning 13.
He was a child. He still was afraid of the dark.
Jacody's mom and dad didn't want to talk on camera, still coming to terms with this senseless tragedy.
Y'all took my child away from me. Something I can't get back. Like, that hurt. I don't even know what to say. My heart broken.
I spoke to several people around West End Apartments Tuesday afternoon who say the shooters who riddled this building with bullets took off running after the shooting. Family says Jacody and his little brother DJ were just a few steps from Lamont's apartment.
Just saying happy birthday to my cousin.
Seconds later, all three becoming the latest innocent victims of gun violence across Metro Atlanta.
They just need to stop the violence, put the guns down.
I mean, we don't have that communication, that worldwide, statewide communication that we could let these young ones know that, because a lot of these parents are not doing it. If anything, they exacerbating the violence, showing violent movies, TV shows, being violent with one another. And then we cry and hoop and holler. And it's sad, of course, that one of us are killed or one of us kills another child. And what I've heard come out of some people on one side, when I heard that young black girl, I don't know who she was, said that I'm glad he's dead. I mean, what would make her say something like that? Now, I know I heard it, but I know, and it was on a couple other YouTube channels. And also, I heard somebody talking about how the father was saying the N word. You know what? If he killed my son, I would have been calling the N word too. So we need to get off that white people can't call. Well, I'm not going to even get on that. But really, seriously, we need to start focusing more on stopping the violence among ourselves and teach our kids better, because that was just this boy. I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe that he would. What was he thinking? Did he think, "Oh, I'm gonna stab him and go home and eat dinner"? Some of them do think that way, I guess. And then they said he ran after he stabbed him. Why you just didn't leave? In the get go. It's just too much. It's too much. We have to stop making mistakes that will ruin our lives forever. Because see, back in the day when we did all this stuff, uh, we thought before we did it, and sometimes we did it anyway. But the days we living in now, we living in the most dumbest days right now. And this is the bad part about it. You're living in the Texas. I'm telling you. I don't even know why black people still living in Texas. But anyway, and where I live at, it's a red state, they say, but I didn't even know it was a red state till they kept talking about it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, who is this keep calling me? Oh. Hello? Damn! Why do you answer the phone like that? Because I'm on a video. I'm making a video right now. Oh, but I didn't know that the video was more important than me. But I didn't know it was you calling. I didn't know it was you calling. Now you on video because it's live, so they can hear you. Oh my goodness! All right, well, I got a question. Now, when it comes to Ohio and most leases, do you have to put? Are you supposed to put the children on a lease as well if you got kids, or you only do that when they're 18 and older? No, just when they're 18. Huh? Just when they're 18. Hello? 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 I said when they're 18. Oh. I don't know. I don't know, but can I call you back? Because I know that's important to you, but right now I'm doing something. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, oh boy, your grown kids. They still think they the most important thing in the world. Um, I mean, yeah, it's just sad that I I wish that our kids listen to us more, because I know the parents, they don't want to see their kids get killed or go to jail. I know that, and see, we need to be uh, more engaged into all kids. Just like I was just talking to this guy I know. You just sit around and don't do nothing. You just lay around, look at TV and drink and just be yourself. Why are you not out there helping these young ones? It takes all of us. All of us need to be out there helping these kids. Because that's what we need. Because I know I didn't have it, and I wish I did, because I wouldn't have made as many mistakes that I made, I'm sure. So, and it's hard raising kids. I see what my son have to go, my daughter go through with her son. He wants to be on the phone playing games, and I see all these videos about Carmelo Anthony claims he's broke. What do they mean by games?
Appeal. It was because of what was said in the paperwork. So according to court documents reported by WFAA, Carmelo Anthony actually described himself as a penniless, destitute, and indigent person who was too poor to hire a lawyer for his appeal. And in that same filing, he asked the court to appoint an attorney to represent him. So in plain English, after me.
Yeah. It's we need to be more happy and try to show these kids happiness, positivity. But it's hard when they look at those games, and I was so ashamed. I had to tell my son, I'm so tired of hearing you say, kill him, he killed me. And to me, those are grown-up words. So, and right now, that's why I'm trying to get a group together to try to fight domestic violence, because we just don't know how much domestic violence is impacting our children. Times is moving fast. These kids are growing up. They are happen to be bombarded with food that is not healthy, a world that is not healthy, the environment, the air, the water, all this stuff is being polluted, and we're suffering the consequences while these polluters are getting rich. And when it gets so bad here, you know what they're going to do? They're going to leave and go to another country and start polluting that one. And they wish they could go to another planet, because we have to remember that people with a lot of money ain't right in the head. They ain't right in the head, because how in the world you gonna have $1 billion and you see people dying from lack of food, health care. You ride past homeless people, but you got $1 billion in the bank. That's a disconnect I would never understand. So these a lot of people like to quote the Bible, but they don't ever bring up that it would be harder for a rich person to get in heaven. It would be easier to put a thread through a needle than a rich person to get in heaven. That's just one of the sayings that they don't talk about much, especially the preachers. They definitely ain't gonna tell you that. They, oh brother, and I'm gonna end with this. And our young ones are looking at us. You put a criminal. They hear all this because you can't hear but hear. In the as a president, but then they go and get a job. They try to go get a job. They tell them they can't get a job because they got a juvenile record or they have a something on the record. But you could be the president that was just convicted of 35 felonies the year before. So really, our children are really in a state of confusion, along with the infested food, diseases. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. I feel sorry for these kids. I feel so sorry for them. Because a lot of us grew up, it wasn't that good. I grew up in the 70s. That was the only time, really, I think, as long as America been America, that black and white were doing pretty good. Even though, a majority of them was on welfare, living in projects. But the mass majority of us had homes, nice schools, and our kids were going to school. We weren't killing each other like we are now. You didn't hear about a mass shooting every other week. I don't know what happened. But yeah. So we're gonna hear, but the main thing I wanted to talk about is how we're not protesting and we're not doing all that hooping and hollering when we kill each other and when our kids are being killed. It's not all over the news. It's not all over YouTube. It's like, and you always hear black people talking about Black Lives Matter. Oh, it matters when a white person is involved. That's what it seemed like. Because if he had stabbed a black boy, it wouldn't even have made the news. They wouldn't even be talking about it. You got I disagree what Jasmine Crockett said. I definitely disagree with that doggone Cardi B said. They, we ran the racist word into the ground. That's what we're doing. Because it's not even really about that to me. It's just that we have a lot of sick people out here that think they can get away with it, and they usually do. Because what do we do? When that Nazi went in there and killed those 9 people, those 9 black people in that church, what did we do? Cry, hoop and holler, and that was it. Were we born with the violin in our hands? I'm wondering. So, and you know what? They talk about Trump so much, it's ridiculous. Oh, now they want to talk. This is what I was talking about. That Jeff Metcalf, that he was calling people um, the N word, and see that uh, he got convicted. No, he got convicted because of stupidity. Always remember, when two idiots meet, it never ends well. And there was two idiots. When Carmelo told him, "You push me, you hit me one more time, you're gonna find out." Who does that? Stupid people. Just like you have heard people shoot me. You literally telling me to shoot you? And then when I shoot you, yeah, that literally happened some years ago. At this holiday party, these two people, I think it was family members, arguing, and the guy told the woman, "Just shoot me," and she shot him. Why would you do?
Kayla, you're cowards. Go up for your sentencing or victim statement impacts. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS to come check on those other three that you still have.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know why he didn't go there for the sentencing. But I wish those other black folks had stayed there behind home too, because they just made a spectacle of themselves. I mean, really, if you don't have nothing intelligent to say, you need to stay home, because all you did was give those European media companies some talking points, and they are changing the narrative to fit their ugly views for their audience. See, we're not being smart. We don't have any smart leaders. All our smart leaders are gone. All we left with is these ones that are paid well, good health care, good inside trading information, and trying to just stay in office so they can sit in their comfortable, air-conditioned office. Because what are they doing for us? What are they doing for us? I know, all the leaders that did it from the heart, from the soul, is gone. And you know why we ain't going to have no more the way it's looking? Because they're scared. We raising up fancy guys now. Spoiled little brats. My daughter had the nerve to tell me, "Oh, my son is not going to work. I'm working my butt off so he don't have to work." What? When I said, "Oh, he's going to get a job when he turned 13. No. I'm like, really? Oh, generational wealth. Oh, our kids are going to come into a lot of money when they grow up. And all. Oh, that's fine. You don't see you don't see how that works out. Okay, they're not raising warriors of change. They're not raising leaders that's going to tell us the truth. No, no, they ain't got time for that. They got to work their butts off to make sure they be able to wear the Gucci Paradas and the Mykonos. Yeah, I'm like, wow, where, wow, boy, have times changed? Which ain't nothing wrong with that. But on the other side, you still gonna be a nigga in a suit, though. Is that what you want? And now the way they doing the black men in the army, in the military, telling them they ain't good enough, and then getting rid of people because they think they're DEI or you want us you okay. If you can raise them to make their own business, hire their own people, fine. That's good. That's absolutely wonderful. Okay, and also I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with that other thing that happened. That Asian guy that got away with killing that young boy that happened to be black. We have to teach our kids not to steal. And we have to teach them how to pick their own battles and be responsible. If you get caught stealing, okay, if you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. Because I'm telling you, the world that we live in, we cannot forget and we cannot make the mistake of not teaching our kids the kind of world we live in. This is a racist country, and you might be living in one of the racist states in the racist country. Pick your fights wisely and do what you can do not to get in the system, but fight the system. It's a shame that all these, they always come out the woodwork when something like this happens. And I'm like, where was you at? Where was you at before my son got murdered or before my son murdered somebody? Nowhere to be found. Then somebody called it legally lynched. Oh my God.
Guilty. That is a decision of jury in case of Carmelo Anthony,
really
who was convicted of murder, the stabbing death of Austin Metcalf that took
because he has
place at a track meet last year in Collin County. It took the jury less than 3 hours to find him guilty. Right now, they are now determining a sentencing phase. Carmelo Anthony's mother pleaded with the jurors to not sentence her son to a long prison. Exactly what they want. Carmelo Anthony is 17.
Now, she would have just went in there and made the case that us young people need to start respecting each other and stop being so violent towards one another. And I am sorry that this happened. And I do ask for mercy for my son, but I do take the responsibility that I wish I had raised him better or something along that. But no, I mean,
years old, was a student with a 3.7 grade point average when an escalated fight escalated at a track meet in Collin County. Austin Metcalf and others approached under this tent and said that he didn't belong there and ordered him to leave. Carmelo said, look, don't touch me, and he reaches into his bag. He had a knife in his bag. And then when he was approached and was pushed by Austin Metcalf, that's when Carmelo Anthony pulled the knife out, stabbed him in the chest, and he fled. This case, of course, has gotten lots of attention. Austin Metcalf, white, Carmelo.
Why didn't he run before? Why didn't he leave when they told him to leave? Echo, stop. That's why I tell my kids all the time, you pick your fights. Is it worth it? What are you fighting about? Do you want to go to jail? And what if one of them had a knife and stabbed him? You're fighting a losing battle, because when it comes to these Europeans, if you're going to start something, you better be ready to finish it and suffer the consequences. Now, they need to be fighting the system, because really it's ridiculous what these people are doing to us. And somebody needs to fight.
Anthony Black. This, of course, was a very contentious trial. Carmelo Anthony did not testify in the trial. That was a decision of the jury. And now, of course, it goes into the hands.
We all know that.
When he was surrounded by Austin Metcalf, his brother, and several others. And they argue that this was absolutely self-defense.
Self-defense.
Well, I think that we have to look at the history of how Black men are charged in the court of law, and how they're not seen like our.
Okay. They always want to go back to, it's Black boys. They just live in fear. Oh, they just got. Well, you know what? I raised a Black boy, and they dumb as hell. They hard-headed. They don't want to listen. They think the world owes them something. All they want to do is put their get as many women as they can. What else is they doing? Listen to that rap music all day. Drink and get high. We have all these Black universities. Where they at? Where are they? What hospitals have they started? Where's the news station that they have? Where are they? You know where they at? In one of the European buildings, scattered around downtown like little tokens. And she want to bring up, that's all she could bring up, is the history. Let's hear some future stuff. We want to hear some futuristic stuff. Now, I'm going to let her talk just a few more minutes, then I'm going to get off of here, because this makes me really ill.
Their white counterparts would be, right? I mean, at the end of the day, this individual pushed him and provoked him. So Carmelo should have been able to defend himself, but they don't look at our Black children like they want us to look at their white children.
Really?
And we know that Black Americans are arrested at higher rates. We know that our defendants receive longer sentences, and we know that we are not given benefit of the doubt. So this could have easily.
We know this. Why are we out there on the corner selling drugs? Why did he go over there messing with those white folks? If we know that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get off of here. I didn't have enough. I probably just said too much. But we gotta do better. That's all I can say. We got to teach our kids better, and people like that. We need people on there that are going to literally tell our kids, okay, you see this is what's going to happen. Because I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. When that happened to Sandra Bland, that she literally got pulled over because she didn't turn on her turn signal and wind up dying in jail, I subconsciously make sure I turn on my turn signal. Because I want to go home just like those police officers want to go home. And I know you don't know what kind of police is going to pull you over. And I already know I don't really like them, because when they turn them lights on, you are already out of $500. So I try my best not to talk to them. Because as soon as those red lights come on, I'm already pissed. I'm already mad. Okay? You know, and I say it all the time. If Sandra Bland had to just put out that cigarette when he told her to, see, this is what I'm saying. See, I kind of know that the best thing to do when it comes to the police, you say 2 words at a time. Yes, sir, and no, sir. And go on by your business. Because, see, we have a habit of getting ourselves excited, and things come out at the wrong time. And some of these police officers are bent on destroying your life anyway. But at least you will be able to get paid for the suffering. Because you know the police have coughed up over $1 billion in being sued because of their recklessness. They don't care. It ain't coming out their pocket. Maybe if it start coming out of their pocket, they'll slow their road. All right. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day.